Hello and welcome to the RetroTech 120p challenge. Today we're playing Gauntlet, a game that was on everything at the time, wasn't it? It was on absolutely everything. It had 9 sequels. It's widely regarded to be a bit of a classic. I'm not really a fan of it, but hats off. I understand why people do like it. It's a big, expansive game where you can shoot things from a distance, and your character seems to have an infinite amount of axes or swords or arrows or magic up their bum. But yeah, and it's from the sublime to the ridiculous this week as we go from an Atari game which I'm good at, which is Rampart, to one I'm absolutely terrible at. And in this case, yes, Gauntlet is very much beyond my abilities as a game. So I've put my 2 credits in, which gives you 14,000. No, that's incorrect. 1,400. Stop adding zeros, brain. And yeah, here we go. So yeah, this was based originally, apparently, and I didn't know this until I did a bit of research on it, on an 8-bit game, an Atari 8-bit game called Dandy, which I believe has absolutely nothing to do with Desperate Dan, unfortunately. Maybe it should. And it's really difficult to talk about this game a lot because you know what this game is if you're of a certain age, I think. It's one of those ones that I think we all saw in the arcade. It had that big cabinet, didn't it? With the 4 joysticks on it and a 4-player arcade game. Crikey. How amazing is that? Or was that back then? Big maze, lots of things. You have to shoot. You shoot the enemies, but you also have to shoot the generators that they come out of. And there's all sorts of little shortcuts and things. So we might see experienced players of this game this week, perhaps like yourself if you want to join in, using the quickest route to a later level. Because I presume this week we'll be doing person who gets the furthest, and it might not necessarily be the person who played the longest, because there's all sorts of whoops there. You can see that exit to level 8, but there is just an exit to level 5 as well. So yes, we'll see how well I do. I don't do very well because I'm not very good at Gauntlet. What to tell you else about this? Well, as I said, it came out on absolutely everything. At the time, I don't think there was a single 8-bit machine or 16-bit machine. Actually, there was a few 16-bit machines that did come out of like the SNES, I think. Did it not come out on the SNES? Tell me if I'm wrong. Definitely came out on the Mega Drive. Definitely on the Master System. I think there was one on the NES. Pretty sure there was. And then, yeah, obviously, your Atari STs, your Amigas, Spectrums, all of that. It was all on them as well. And I think I had this as well as part of the Midway collection when I started collecting like the arcade machines before MAME became a thing in my life on the PS2. So yeah, I was on one of the Midway collections, probably more than one, given the fact that it is an absolute Atari classic. And them and Midway were good bedfellows back then at times. But yeah, really cool game if you like that kind of thing. Not for me. But I didn't really even like the Spectrum one. It's a bit too hard for me, and it's a bit too random, and a little bit repetitive. Is that fair to say? Probably not. I mean, I'm bad mouthing a game that was really well reviewed at the time, yeah, and it does deserve it. I'm just being a git about it. So yeah, if you don't know about this game, well, basically you as well have kind of making your way through. You have to collect various treasures, and you can pick up food to give you a bit more health. There's all these enemies, and they get more difficult as you go on. There's a Grim Reaper that follows you about as well, and he can't be killed unless you use a magic potion. Things will just queue up waiting to kill you like this. And you go, oh no, I don't want to fight you. I will fight you instead. And it's really hard not to take damage in this game. I think it probably does work better as a multiplayer game. Where you can obviously have 2 of you taking out things left and right, up and down. Maybe it's a 4-player game, obviously, as well. Yeah, you got your health there that ebbs down anyway. So there's no way to kind of get through the game unless you're super good. And I don't think it's got an ending anyway. I might be wrong there. Can someone reveal whether it's got an ending? I don't think it does. I would never be good enough to do it, or have the patience to ram in loads of credits and get all the way to the ending. Because, yeah, as I say, it just leaves me a bit cold. But do appreciate the love, do appreciate when it came out. And for me, Atari games, quite hit and miss at times, I think. Probably the software house with the best kind of I don't know. They're really good ideas. Probably the American software house that had the best ideas in the 80s. You look at that, you look at Paperboy. There's so many really great arcade games that Atari put out. No one else was close, were they, in the American games market? So, yeah, I'm about to go up to level 5, where I'm going to get myself in more shtuck, despite my axe wielding, because there's demons. Now, what do demons mean for us this week? They mean genital facts, because we're going to talk about a demon, or 2 demons in particular. Now, before we go on to that, I have talked about, I think it was in Ghost World, a demon called the Papa Bower, which was a Zanzibarian bum-pillaging demon who made his victims tell of his visit, else he'll be back, which is quite the quandary for a young gentleman, I would imagine. But no, this time I'm going to talk about the similarly a bit forceful Traco, a sexually potent dwarf from an island off Chile who is so ugly that he paralyses women, then has sex with them. Yeah, brilliant, eh? He will sometimes wear a suit and a hat, and his feet are stumps, and he communicates with grunts. Rumours are that he can be found quite near Millwall's ground. Yeah, there's a football joke for you. He also happens to have a wife. He must be quite understanding. No, she's not. She's equally a bit of a roggin like him. She is the male this worrying version of him. She can cast a sickness spell on her victims should they turn down her advances. Her breath is said to be so foul that she could scar a human and render an animal lame. What, you mean like a koala? They're a bit lame, aren't they? After she's had a way, she drives you insane. Like the Time Warp, or like the Vida Loca from the Ricky Martin song. I'm guessing that's probably why he's gay. He had an encounter with her, went down to Chile from Costa Rica, wherever he's from, and had an encounter with her, and that happened. I'm about to die. Look, I'm dead. So yeah, that's the end of the general facts and the end of my go. So thank you for joining me. This week I've got a Muppets video because it's March Muppet Madness. I'm only doing one video this week because I couldn't think of any. This month, rather, because I couldn't think of any other ones to do. But yeah, thank you for joining me. And yeah, go and have a look at everyone else's videos. Join in yourself. You may find that you're a lot better at Gauntlet than me. I suspect you are. And I suspect the other people playing this challenge will get much further than level 6. But until next time we meet, like, subscribe, and thanks, bye.